I guess you could say this is my spring shakedown hike, backpacking. I'm on the southern New England trunk line in Douglas State Forest, where I've hiked a couple of times before. I'm heading for the Douglas State Forest shelter and campsite where I plan to set up my tent, and I will show that later. Although this hike is only about 3 miles one way to the campsite, I have a fully loaded backpack, which I didn't weigh it, but usually it's between 30 and 32 pounds. I do have 3 bottles of water, and I've been nursing a sore ankle for 2.5 months, 3 months. Actually off and on since October, when I had plantar fasciitis heel pain in the left foot, and that got mostly better. Still have a little of it, but then I got something called sinus tarsi syndrome, which is not as bad as it sounds, but it's sensitivity in the left side of the ankle. And yeah, so had physical therapy for that, strengthened the whole leg, not just the ankle, but the leg and the gluteus muscles, which all factor into foot pain, interestingly. And so this is important, even though it's 3 miles. I've got a full backpack, and I want to see how my left foot does. Which reminds me, there was a movie, My Left Foot, with Daniel Day-Lewis, I think. Supposed to be a good movie. I don't think I ever saw it. Very pretty area here with this pond that's on both sides. I think when they built this former railroad line, they probably built it up in the middle, cut through this pond. Anyway, thinking about Daniel Day-Lewis, there are another couple of movies of his that I know are good, and I've not seen them either. One is Abraham Lincoln, or just Lincoln, and the other one was, I'm forgetting, Nathaniel Hawthorne, or, I can't think of it, Native American themed. He plays a Native American in it. I'm sure somebody will remind me if I don't remember. But yeah, I should have seen that movie. Here it is, the obligatory pretty water feature, a flowing stream. This is one of the spots, of which there are several, where you do gain some elevation, but it's not a exceedingly difficult trail. A person could get dizzy from this. Duh. A really cool feature on this lower end of the Massachusetts Mid-State Trail where I'm hiking is a couple of old cellars. This one is very neat, still very intact, but with a tree growing out of the middle. All right, I think we have a pretty darn good pitch here. The earth is not moist, but not too dry either, so the stakes are in very firmly. I've got the 2 sides staked out with a stick for additional foot room and headroom. This is the Six Moon Designs Lunar Solo tent, which I've been using for a year or so when I don't trip over the guy lines. And this is it. Now I gotta set up my sleeping pad and quilt and then make dinner. Seem to be hearing some gunshots in the woods. That's not exactly encouraging, but this is a campsite, and there is the shelter, and there's another camper there, and there's the privy or outhouse in the distance, and there's my tent again. And I'm about to place my bear can here somewhere in the woods. We are at Wallen Lake, which was a long 0.5 mile hike through the woods from the campsite, and I'm now going to try the famous echo test. Echo! Echo! It worked. There's an echo. The trail crosses right under this old railroad overpass. This is where old fire apparatus in the town of Douglas goes to die.